Why did you go there? Why did you jump?
Oh God, what is going on? Oh no!
Hey guys, I'm Pixel.
And I'm Panther.
We are the PixePupz. Today we are reviewing Little Nightmares, an adorable yet horrifying platform video game developed by Tarsier Studios and published by Bandai Namco. In Little Nightmares, you play as a little girl in a yellow jacket journeying through a very disturbing setting where you have to solve puzzles to make your way through and try to figure out how you think this story will go for our character named Six.
Okay, Pixel, let's get the review started. So tell me about the controls, the platforming, and the puzzle solving in Little Nightmares.
I really like the controls. They felt very slick and breathable. I don't know if it's possible, but moving Six actually felt fun to me. The controls help you to feel less like the player, more like the character. I liked the puzzles. They weren't too hard, but they also weren't the easiest things in the world. My only problem was with the 3D platforming. It was hard to tell if I was grabbing at the right object, if I had to per se jump to it. Other than that, I loved everything about the controls.
Did you have any moments of frustration with the controls or the puzzle difficulty?
Honestly, a little bit. It was hard to get used to the controls, especially if I stepped away to play a different game and then came back to Little Nightmares. It took me a minute to get used to them again. There were a couple of puzzles towards the end that were true head scratchers that helped immerse me in the desperation that Six felt during her escape.
Moving on to the sound design, how'd you feel about the music? How about the sound effects and the ambiance?
The music helped to create a sense of urgency when it needed to, or creep factor when it needed to. Every bit of the sound effects made you want to hide under your chair and look away, but at the same time keep going to find out what the next adventure had in store for Six. The sound effects and music really did help you to feel like you were truly a small kid trying to escape from this hellhole.
Alright, all that's good, but tell me about how it all looks. Considering Tarsier is known for Little Big Planet, I'm curious to know how the game compares visually.
There's not enough time in the day to go over how amazing the visuals are in this game. I'll go over some of my key favorites though. I love how everything was so much bigger than Six, hammering into you how you are a small child in an adult's world. Another cool aspect was how things would rock back and forth to symbolize being out at sea. I can't forget how terrifying the boss characters are. It's amazing because you run into them through each of their different levels, and it's suspenseful every time. From the first time of slinking past the long arm man to the humming black-haired beauty, never was I not sitting at the edge of my seat during this visually striking game.
What about the story? I know we're a starved little girl trying to escape from a boat, but how is the story actually conveyed to us?
The amazing part is there's no traditional cutscenes that you find in most other games to continue the storyline. The story is told through Six's movements through each level as she goes against the 3 bosses and uncovers numerous puzzles. The amazing part of this game, and you're not going to believe me, but there's no talking at all. Literally none. The game is told straight from your movement of Six. Not many other games tell stories this way besides its similar competitors, Limbo or Inside.
What makes this game unique in a market that's really flooded with so many similar spooky games?
The difference with this game is the fact it's not so much a horror game as much as it is tense. There are not half enough scares in this game to justify it to be a horror game, and another thing being, with other horror games, I'm so freaked out by all the jump scares that I usually don't want to finish the game. But for a baby like me, this game was great. I always knew if I kept running to the right, I would eventually reach my safe zone where my heart could take a breather.
Okay, it sounds like you've already made up your mind, so let me know the pros, let me know the cons, and where does this sit on the review scale for you?
Alright, so at the end of the day, with everything I've said so far, this game is simply amazing. It's visually stunning, audibly beautiful, and the plot is super immersive. My cons would have to be how the perspective can get kind of messed up when you're trying to do puzzles, since it has that 3D platformer vibe to it with a fixed camera. Other than that, I loved literally everything else about this game. And like I already said, this game is perfect for a beginner in the spooky game genre. It's not pee your pants scary, but it's not soothing and calming either. It's the perfect mixture, and honestly, I would love to replay it to get all the trophies. I would rate this game an 8 out of 10. I recommend everyone go pick up the game now, if you haven't already. It's well worth the money, even if it's not that long of a game. Thank you for watching our review of Little Nightmares. If you enjoyed this, we have more reviews you can check out on the left side of the screen. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you want to see us playing Little Nightmares, click on the right side of the screen. If you want to see us live and in action, check out our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/PixePupz. You can find us on Twitter and Discord. Links for those in the description below. As always, we love your faces and we'll see you guys again soon.